Okay, so welcome to tonight's team call. Whoa, Zoom has done an update since we've been on here. This is wild. Congratulations, everyone, on starting the year off strong. We've got a couple of you on the board, on the Success Club board. And now tomorrow's already February, so we're starting off with Team Cup. Most of you are already registered and on a Team Cup team. But for anyone who doesn't know or watching the recording, Team Cup is basically just a month-long, hi friends, hi everyone. Team Cup is just a month-long where you just dedicate to pushing your business forward. So you're basically trying to get as many Success Club points as you can, which equates to getting as many new people started on their fitness journey as possible. So Team Cup months, you're reaching out to more people than usual. You're definitely consistent in sharing your journey on social media. You are running challenge groups or helping the team run a challenge group. And you're just really focused on talking to as many people as you can. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight, is how to talk to those people and how to talk about their goals and match them up with a good program, and just how to keep the conversation flowing so that you can then seal the deal and get those Success Club points and in turn help more people. So that being said, trying to think of what reminders I had for tonight. We have just kicked off our challenge preview. I really didn't even start posting until tonight in there because we've only had coaches in there so far. So make sure you do your follow-ups. I did post today. Go ahead and follow up with anyone you've talked to in the past couple months, because this is going to set you up for success in February, the people that you're talking to, this week and right now. And we all know the holidays is a busy time. Even when January 1st rolls around, people may not be ready to just jump on the fitness train, right? People are still recovering. I know there's been lots of stomach bugs going around and everything. So make sure now's the perfect time to reach out to people. They still have that New Year's resolution kind of itch, and things probably finally calmed down from traveling, the holidays, and getting back into the swing of their regular routine. Or on the other hand, you might have some people who had a New Year's resolution and maybe they were going to do a 30-day Isogenics cleanse, or who even knows what, some juicing detox, I don't know. And maybe they started it and did it for a couple days and then fell off, because we know that's not super realistic. So you can always post, I'm planning on posting soon about just kind of, did you have a New Year's resolution? Did you fall off track? Like, this has been working for me and my friends, and I want to share it with you type thing. So this is the perfect time of year to get people started. That being said, you need to be doing your daily power hour. I'll just go ahead and share screen with you guys right now. In your Coach Online office, can you guys see this? Oh, good. Which looks like this. If you go over to News and Training and click on Training, there are so many tools here. So for our new coaches especially, we have a lot of team resources. If you click on the cover photo in our team page, you'll see some resources there. We do have a new coach training group that we'll be starting, but Beachbody gives you everything you need to know too. So if you have time and you're kind of hanging out in your back office, go over to this News and Training tab. Even if you're an older coach and you just want to kind of brush up on things, go into the training, and this is what you'll see. Getting started, you can run through that, and then under Coach, if you click Learn More, it kind of gives you a checklist. Okay, connect with people you already know in person and on social media. Invite people to your challenge group. Just a goal to sell 3 challenge packs a month. That's going to get you in Success Club and get you earning some pretty cool prizes and free stuff from Beachbody. So basically, you can go through this on your own time, but I want to show you, if I can find it. Okay, how to earn. Under how to earn, you'll see your business activity tracker. I know a lot of you already know what this looks like, but this basically is like your to-do list, like a guide for you to go through for the day. So you need to be proof the products work, meaning, are you drinking your shake and working out? Your personal development, stay connected. We have our team Facebook page. We have a team call like this tonight. Social media, are you sharing on social media? Adding new contacts, inviting people to join your challenge group. So right now, if you're not totally comfortable in explaining the challenge group, or if you're just that pressed for time that you can't kind of go into details with people on an individual basis, you can get them in our For the Love of Fitness challenge group, and we'll be going over everything in there. And then that will in turn turn into our challenge group as well, and we'll just remove all the people who hadn't ordered yet. Invite people to learn about the business, share the coaching opportunity. People can do what you do. They can join your team and they can earn an income, earn some side cash, stay extra accountable, get discounts, make friends, everything that we love about coaching. Follow-ups, anyone that you invited that maybe you hadn't heard back from yet, or it wasn't the right time and you need to check back in with them, check in with your existing customers, and connect with your team. So this here, your business activity tracker, gives you kind of a guide. There are no secrets in Beachbody. Beachbody tells you everything you need to know to be a successful coach. And it's basically sitting down and following this business activity tracker. So there's that. The other thing I wanted to show you guys, which is also in this same tab here under the training, is the customer 5-step invitation process. There is a video and a PDF. I picked up the PDF. So this is basically what we are going to run through real quick tonight. This tells you how to talk to people. I know when I first started coaching, and some of you have probably been there, you start coaching and you want to invite people to your group and you just kind of start to word vomit. You get really excited because you're getting these great results and you're like, oh my gosh, you should join our group. And we're going to post in there every day and we'll share recipes, and you're going to do a 30-minute workout every day. And there are these containers, and it might be confusing at first, but you'll get the hang of it and you'll learn clean eating, and then you'll start to lose weight and it's going to feel really good. Like, you just want to tell them everything. And we don't want to do that because that's just super overwhelming, and I wouldn't follow the conversation, and I'd just be like, this girl's crazy. So there are certain things that you definitely want to talk about and kind of connect with your client before you move forward. So I wrote down a couple of questions that I'll usually ask my prospect or friend, client, as we're going through the conversation. And this, what I realized is the questions that I ask, I actually learned when I was working in commercial fitness, doing personal training, and I had to sell personal training. It's pretty much the same as this 5-step invitation process. That's exactly, what they taught us, how to connect with people, how to figure out their goals, how to kind of get them envisioning how they'll feel once they reach their goals. So their why, like deep down why they want to achieve these goals. So you can take a look at this PDF. First, you're just going to invite your prospect into the conversation. So normally, when I think of, if I see someone on my news feed that I think could definitely benefit from a challenge group, or it's just someone that I haven't talked to in a while, I'll just message them to catch up. And we call these hey girl messages, because normally I'm saying something like, hey girl, I saw your pictures over the holidays. Looks like you guys had a great Christmas. Can't believe how big your kids are getting. Like, how old are they now? Just something to start a conversation. Nothing to do with Beachbody at all, right? And then, they'll kind of respond back, and depending on how long it's been since I've talked to them, or how comfortable I feel with inviting them into a challenge group, or what, I kind of gauge how the conversation is going to go. So if I haven't talked to someone in a while, we'll usually catch up back and forth a couple messages, first before anything else comes up. Usually, since I've been sharing about my fitness journey consistently on Facebook for a while, they bring up fitness, or they say like, well, I always see your posts, like, what are you doing now? Or, it seems like you're really into fitness. Like, that's awesome. It seems like you're doing well. They'll bring something up. And that's when I can kind of step in and ask, have they ever thought about joining an accountability group with me? So if they show some interest in joining a group, or a lot of times it's like people start to feel guilty and they'll say like, oh, I know you're really into fitness. Gosh, I've got to get back in shape. And they start saying like, oh, my eating's terrible. But if they show some interest, you're going to want to interview your prospect. So that basically means you need to get to know them fitness-wise and like goal-wise, where they're at. So even though you may feel like you know someone, if someone expresses interest, I usually ask, well, what are you currently doing fitness and nutrition-wise now? It's helpful to know like a starting point, because that will help us to better kind of guide them in what program might be good for them. And then once I know kind of where their starting line is, I'll ask what their goals are fitness-wise. Some people, they're looking to slim down. Some want to tone up. Some really want to put on muscle. Some want to focus on flexibility and balance and stuff. So, I mean, people are all over the book. So it's nice to know what they want to focus on. Then the next kind of little interview question I'll ask is, what are some things that they've tried in the past? You know, what hasn't worked for them, or what barriers do they think may come up or have come up in the past that has prevented them from being successful? So this is where I can really find like, what's that pain point for them? A lot of people love the 21-day fix or T25 because it's 25 minutes or 30 minutes or 22-minute hardcore, because we're all busy, right? So if someone is telling me how they just don't have time to work out, they're super busy, then that's what I want to focus on for them. I want to let them know, I'm going to teach you how to meal prep. You're going to set aside like 2 hours once a week, and it's going to save you so much time, and your workout's only going to be 22 minutes. Like, we're going to make this fit your lifestyle. So whatever their pain point is, that's what you want to focus on. If someone is telling you that, you know, they joined a gym, but they just kind of stopped going, and they really need like that accountability, like someone checking in on them, well, then I'm going to emphasize the fact that I'm going to be your coach. I'm not going to let you fall off the wagon, and I'm going to be checking in with you, and I'm going to be putting you into a support group with a bunch of other people who have a similar goal, and you're just constantly going to be reminded about this fitness program that you committed to. We're not going to let you fall off track. So it's kind of whatever their pain point is what you really want to drive home. That, I mean, the setup that we have here with the fitness, the nutrition, and the support all in one is really the total solution to a lot of the problems that people have. So you want to kind of interview them and ask. Those are a couple good questions that you can ask. And then you'll see here, it says, get a clear commitment that they'll watch the video that you'll send them in step 3. And then send a video explaining more about challenge groups. So in your back office, your Coach Online office here, I don't know if you guys see, but under sales and marketing, there's business tools. And there is actually challenge group toolkit and challenge group guides. There is a toolkit for every single program. So if you guys look through these, you can find the 21-day fix, and you can find they have talking points. They'll frequently ask questions. They'll tell you who this program is good for. If you want to run like a 21-day fix only challenge group, there's a challenge group guide right here. And it'll tell you how to set up your group. It'll tell you, things that you can post to get everyone to introduce themselves and, getting started, stuff like that. It'll tell you exactly how to run your group. So there's lots of cool resources in here. But it also has, if I scroll down somewhere, a video. View the promo video. So sometimes it's easier just to send someone this promo video to watch real quick. That way they kind of get a visual. They can see a little bit what the workouts are like, or they can see what these container things you're talking about are, and they can see some people's results. So sometimes it's helpful, and this 5-step invitation guide actually encourages you to send a promo video. And then I usually would just let my prospect know that I'll be following up with them to see what they thought of the video, and they can feel free to let me know if they have any questions, and I'd love to have them in my group. But this is like the most important part. And as you scroll down on this PDF, they give you more examples of like how the conversation can go. if they ask about the price first, how to kind of handle that, because you'll notice I haven't gone over, the price of anything yet, because I'll be honest, when someone was inviting me to a challenge group, if they told me you should do this challenge group with me, it's $140, I would have been like, nah. I don't see any value in it yet. If someone just comes out straightforward and tells me the price. If I'm talking to someone and interviewing them, like we just talked about, and so they can see that I'm a real person, I care about them reaching their goals, and I'm going to help them, I'm going to be their coach, and they see that I'm going to give them all the tools and set them up with exactly what they need to succeed, and maybe I can relate to some of the things that they're saying. Maybe, they're talking about, well, gosh, I think I'm eating healthy, but I'm not losing any weight, so I just start eating less and less, consuming less calories, and I'm still not losing weight. That was me before. So that's something I can totally relate to with them. Or as you've, built relationships in the Beachbody world, and you have friends. I mean, Lauren and Marla, I know both of you, especially Lauren in this season right now, it's a crazy schedule and you're working super long hours. So if someone is telling me about time and they don't know if they can do it, I can be like, look, my girl Lauren, she's got this crazy commute, she's working long hours, but if it's a priority to you, you're going to put this first. You can kind of empathize with them and also tell them hey, I know you can do this because my other friends are doing it and I believe in you. Sometimes people kind of need to hear that you believe in them, maybe before they even believe in themselves. So now I just lost my train of thought. I do this at least once a team call. But okay, so showing the value. So usually once someone asks me the price, we've already been through all this. We've already talked about, why they want to get in shape, or do they want to, not feel winded when they're trying to play with their kids, or, do they want to get healthier so they can get off these medications? Once we've talked about that and they ask me about the price, I usually will remind them everything that they're going to get, all the tools that will be, set up for them in their challenge pack. So I would run through, you're going to get all your workouts on DVD. You're going to get your meal guide. You're going to get all your portion control containers, a whole month's worth of Shakeology, a shaker cup, and you'll get a spot in our accountability group, all for $140. That way they see a little bit of the value. They know that I know what I'm talking about and I'm going to help them get there. They're not going to be alone in this journey. And then that doesn't make that $140 sound so intimidating and just like a number without any real value to it. But as we all know, it usually doesn't work like that. They're usually not like, oh yeah, okay, sign me up. Cool. Let me drop $140. Usually you've got to follow up. And if you think about before you became a coach, when someone invited you into a challenge group, it's not necessarily in the forefront of your mind 24/7. Even though I know, we're looking for people to get in our group, we're excited about starting a new group and helping people. And, we want to run a business and earn some commission and get some Success Club points. And we might be thinking about it all the time, but I guarantee they're not thinking about it all the time. So we need to follow up. 90% of the time, I follow up with people more than once before they actually commit to jumping into a challenge group. And as you guys have probably heard me say this all the time, but when people say no, it's usually a not right now. And I know, Andrea, I know I talked to you a couple times before finally it was just the right time. And let's, like you said, Mike, we're going to draw a line in the sand. Enough is enough. We're going to commit and do this. That's how it is with 95% of the people I talk to. So don't get frustrated if you start inviting people or you start having these conversations and you're not boom, 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 seeing all these new challengers jumping in your challenge group. That's why they call this a relationship building business, because sometimes it really just isn't the right time for people. And if it's not the right time for people, we can always run free challenges. Usually I have a couple free challenge scripts and ideas to help on our team website. That way we can, again, kind of build a relationship. We're still adding value and helping people, even though they may not be able to commit to a challenge pack or anything right now. And then we also can get them set up with a free 30-day Team Beachbody, the on-demand trial. So there are options where we can still help people, even if they're not ready to quite commit and get all that hands-on one-on-one and group coaching and everything from us. So what I'm going to be doing is I kind of wrote out the other day, like exactly what I do in my business every month. And I do the same thing month after month after month. It's pretty consistent. So just kind of an outline for how my day goes, how I make sure that I hit Success Club each month, how I set up my calendar, and how I have these conversations. So I'm going to be sitting down tomorrow to make a video that kind of goes through that, because like I said, there's no secrets. There's nothing like wild and crazy that successful coaches are doing that, you know, new coaches can't be doing. It's just a matter of doing it consistently and doing it for a longer amount of time. So what I'm going to do is sit down and kind of go through and make a video for you guys to check out. And you'll see that what it basically comes down to is reaching out and having conversations with people, especially if you're a newer coach or if you're not necessarily, you know, advertising like, hey, I've got a challenge group, I've got something for you to join, or I want to help you. People don't know what you're doing. This whole virtual fitness coaching, it's not like, oh yeah, that's like a firefighter. Like, I know about those. Like, no, people don't know what you're doing. So we have to talk about it and we have to be sharing about it in order to get some traction and get some people who are ready to jump into our groups. So I just wanted to remind you guys, those resources are there for you in your Coach Online office, and many more. But sometimes I know, especially after you've been doing this for a little while and you're like, oh my gosh, Kelsey just keeps saying that we should hit Success Club. I just need 2 more points. And you start having these conversations and you just kind of like, it becomes like more of a sale than really helping someone. It can be frustrating. And sometimes maybe you skip those interview questions where you're trying to get to know the person. So I just think every now and then it's good to go back to that 5-step invite process and kind of slow down and really see where we can connect to people and where we can see what they need and how we can fill their need. Because I know, like, in the hustle and bustle of everyday everything, when it's January 31st and you only need to sell 1 more challenge pack to reach your goal before February, you just start having those conversations and you just want someone to buy a challenge pack. So we need to focus on consistently having these conversations all month long. That way you kind of have that smooth incoming of challenge pack purchases. And you're not stressing like that. You're constantly helping people, constantly reaching out to people, constantly adding new people into your social media network, and just seeing where their need is and how you can fill it. So that is pretty much what I wanted to go over tonight. Just recapping our, you know, how we should be having conversations. And what else did I want to say? I think that's it. I'm going to make that video and share it in our team page tomorrow. That's my big goal for tomorrow. And tomorrow's officially February. Make sure you get all your prospects or anyone who's interested in joining our next challenge, the For the Love of Fitness challenge. And also that all access challenge pack. As of now, we only know that that deal is only going until February 28th. So $199 for a whole year of on-demand, everything, every program that's ever come out, all access. Portion Fix, the meal guide and the portion control containers, and Shakeology. That for $199 is until February 28th. I have a feeling they're going to keep the challenge pack around and they might just up the price a little bit. But I know when it first came out, Carl, who's like the CEO of Beachbody, was saying that this $199 price is kind of just, we're going to see how it goes. So that's definitely another selling point too. If you think someone, you know, is going to really make a commitment and could benefit from having all these programs, or like when I was talking to Mike and Andrea, like sometimes they might want to be doing a different program. The All Access Challenge Pack was really the best option for them, hands down. So just a reminder, that challenge pack, as far as we know, it's only around till February 28th. Of course, anyone who has it already, from the date they bought it, they have all access for a year. And then they said after that, if they want to re-up the Beachbody On Demand, they can pay $99 for another year of everything. So that's the deal. You guys can unmute. Does anyone have any questions about anything we went over tonight, or anything in our team page or Team Cup? Anything? Not really.
I was just going to say, I think it was before I even got pregnant with Paige when we first started talking about doing this.
Yeah, because then you messaged me and you're like, nobody really knows yet, but I'm pregnant.
So gotta wait. And I think that's one reason I'm working so hard and like really keeping on my eating and working out, because I see what's already happened after 2 weeks. I'm kind of mad at myself because I'm like, gosh, if I just started this, like maybe like right after I had the baby and the doctor was like, okay, you can start working out again. That's when I should have started it, but it's okay. Better late than never. So.
There you go. But yeah, I know, seeing results definitely, it's like,
crazy.
Shoot, I'm going to keep going.
And I have ice cream in the freezer, but it's Fix approved. So
there you go.
I'm very excited about that.
There you go. That's awesome. That is awesome. Oh man. All right. You guys have any other questions before I stop recording?
Should see my children.